Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Adventures of the Broken Retired. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Don. I'll be here telling stories today along with my buddy Elmer the Reckless Remote. We're going to talk about uh, my graduation. Um, Before I get started into that, uh, today is Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I started this on Sunday, and at the beginning of part one, you hear me talk about having some problems with the phone, and those problems continued on yesterday, and I tried everything in the world, and of course, the solution to everything is what? Spend money, right? So that's what I did. I finally broke down and put together all the pennies I had and came up with $2.99 to buy some more storage space. And I thought to myself, well, I can't fix it. I'll just, play the game and pay more money. And so I did that, and I was very happy to know that the situation was corrected, only it wasn't. Even that didn't work. Now, I had quite a bit of time tied up in it, 2, 3, 4 hours screwing around with it. Had other things I have to do. Um, so I spoke to my stepdaughter, Molly, told her what was going on, and she said, I'm on it. And when she says she's on something, she's on something. And last night we worked through and hopefully have the situation resolved. We'll find out here shortly, because if we don't, either the camera will shut off midway, and if this thing just bluntly ends, then you'll know why. Or I'll go to post it, and I won't be able to work with it. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, for a test video, if you haven't seen it, there's a short that I posted last night to test the thing, see if it was going to work. With Barney, sitting on the couch with Barney, and that's really a great video of Barney if you haven't seen it. Either way, let's get back to this. In part one, I was talking about my high school graduation and the fact that I didn't have the quarter credit. And for the 40th reunion, my buddy Ray was in charge of it, and he and I was up there. I went to the 40th reunion, and you know what? I liked it. I have really enjoyed going to the reunions. I'm really happy to go. I'm happy that I went. So if you've been skipping out on them, if you have the chance to go, it's actually a very interesting thing to do. I keep glancing around at the camera to make sure it's still working. Anyway, so my buddy Ray's in charge of it, and I'm up there for the reunion, and we're sitting around talking, and at his shop, and I asked him. I said, "Whatever happened to Mike and Chuck and some other friends we had that don't come to the reunions? I'm surprised they don't show up. I don't know why they don't come." And he said, "Well, they didn't come because they weren't invited. They didn't graduate. So they weren't class of 77. Had they stayed in school and graduated, they would have been class of 78. Repeat the senior year." And so I told Ray, well, I didn't graduate either. And he said, "Yeah, you did." And I said, "No, I didn't. I know I didn't." I sat down and talked to the principal. I won't say his name. It's nobody's business, really. Well, it's not that it's nobody's business. I don't have permission to say his name, so I'm not going to say his name. Anyway, I sat down and talked to the principal, and he said I should have went, and I got the impression. And he said, "Well, dude," he said, "you're wrong." He said, "You've been invited to every reunion because you are class of 77. You did graduate." And so I checked into it, and as a matter of fact, I did graduate. So I found out at my 40th high school reunion that, in fact, I was a high school graduate. Now, I realize that's nothing to really be exceptionally proud of. I mean, a lot of guys, and a lot of the guys that I knew, a lot of people that I knew went on to do to actually do things, actually study things and move their education forward. I didn't care about the education. I wanted to ride my motorcycle, and I wanted to be a motorcycle service manager. And seeing how there was no classes offered by any college that I could find or that I was aware of, that offered classes in motorcycle service manager, and combine that with the fact that I already knew everything anyway. So why bother going to school? I wanted to go make money. I decided to move into the working world. Now, would I have done things different? Boy, you better believe it. Boy, you better believe it. As I've said before, I spent a lot of years on motorcycles. I was in off-road competition, not at any sort of great level. I was never professional or anything like that. It was all on the local level. I was never any good at it either. I just had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, so why not? But now I feel every time I ever fell off that motorcycle, it hurts. I've got I got things that don't work the way they should, and I can remember the time that I fell off and made it happen. I've got some really, really good stories about riding motorcycles as well. I got some good pictures. I guess I'll, with no editing capability, the pictures thing is hard to do. But let me get back to the graduation thing. So anyway, I found out that I graduated high school at my 40th high school reunion, which, I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny, kind of odd that that's the way I find out that I graduated. I really wish I'd have gone to graduation, but once again, I already knew everything, so why bother? You may notice that I stress the part about I knew everything because I thought I did. Anyway, so I ended up coming to Louisiana, which has worked out well, actually. I enjoy it here. So there's the story of that. Now, a couple of motorcycle stories have popped into my mind while I'm standing here. I'm a little bit reluctant to talk about it without being able to show the pictures, because without the pictures, what is it? But and I think I probably, well, tell you about this one. So Team Monkey, I don't know if I've talked about Team Monkey before, but Team Monkey, we were all out at Fort Polk, riding at Fort Polk, I guess back in the 90s. Might have been, it's probably in the 90s. And we're flying through the trails, and I was riding point, which means I was first one. And we're riding, just having a blast. The trail's well established. You're on the pegs. It was a great place to ride. And there was a place where a tree had fallen down across the trail, so you had to make this left turn to go around it. So I made the left turn, sat down, put my left leg out, and got off the brakes, rolled on the throttle to get around the corner. And there was a vine, excuse me. Should have hit the pause button. There was a vine with briars on it hanging down that caught me around the neck and pulled me off the bike. And there's a picture I've got around here somewhere. I got to figure out how to work thumbnails. There's a picture around here somewhere of me standing there next to the motorcycle with a vine in my hand, and all right here, it's just blood running down my neck. Sting like you would not believe because it's all dirty and sweaty. Plus, it got cut by the thorns on the vine. But I got this thing around my neck here, and of course I wiped it off with my sleeve, and or if I even had sleeves, I wiped it off with my arm, maybe dumped a little water on it, kept on going. But anyway, so there's the story. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. You all have done tremendous amounts for me, and I can't thank you enough. I had someone send in a comment that said they enjoyed the conversation in the comments. They said it's nice that we can have conversations, and they get it. They understand. It's about conversation. It's about relaxing and taking it easy and just chilling out with each other and having a good time. No worries, no stresses. Once it cools off outside, I'm gonna do some more outside stuff, but it's so hot out there. It's just uncomfortable. All right, well, I'm gonna get Elmer to get us out of here. See how many clicks it takes. I'm guessing he's just a 2-click remote, but I wonder sometimes because I've had him work on 1 and I've had him work on 3, so I don't know. But once again, thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. This is Don with Adventures of the Broken Retired. Looking forward to telling you another story later on. Thank you so much. I hope your day goes exceptionally well, and may it be you today who finds the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Thank you. Thank you.